Hello, welcome to this edition of Desserts with David, Monroe County Library System. Today we are going to use a book that we didn't have in our library system. We have tons and tons of books in our library system, but sometimes there's books that you want that we don't own. And so I got this book from the Melcat system. It's all statewide system. This book I got today actually is from the Ann Arbor District Library. It's Jacques Torrance's Chocolate, A Year in Chocolate. So it has different chocolate desserts for each month and each holiday. So we're going to use that one today. And what we're going to make out of this today is a pumpkin chocolate cake. So I got the oven preheated to 350. I got a 6-cup bundt pan that I need to finish buttering. You lightly butter it. So you just want to put some butter in there. Lightly butter it up. And then we're going to also lightly flour it. We're going to get just light butter. You don't want a lot in there. So we're going to add some flour. And then what we want to do is coat the whole inside. Got the dogs barking at the neighbors. So I'm going to get it all coated and then pop out the excess flour and just set that aside. It's a 6-cup bundt pan. So then we're going to take our butter. We got 1 stick, so we want 1/2 cup of butter. We're going to mix that till it gets softened up. Beat it in there. As that's going, the next thing we're going to add is 3/4 cups light brown sugar. So we're going to add that. We're going to beat this at the max about 4 minutes, but we want to beat it till it's nice and light and creamy. We're going to stop it every once in a while and scrape down the sides. Get it all mixed together. Get it all mixed in there. That's mixing. Then what we need, the next step we need is we have 1 1/4 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 a teaspoon of ground cloves, and then 1/4 a teaspoon of salt. We're going to mix that in. After and we have 2 eggs at room temperature and 1 cup of canned pumpkin puree. Let me scrape down the sides again here real quick. And then after we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to add the eggs one at a time and just blend it till they're mixed in. So I got the 1 egg there. And I got the 2 eggs. I'll let that mix in a little bit. And nice and slow. And we're going to stop it here, and we're going to add the cup of canned pumpkin puree. Just put that in there. Mix that up until it's all blended. And then for the dry ingredients, we're going to shift them in there. So once that's mixed, I'll take it off of here and we'll shift them all into the mixture. All right. So again, we have 1 1/4 cups flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of can't think of it, cloves, sorry, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. And And we're just going to shift those in there. All right. Now when we put it back on here, you're going to start it off slow so we don't have a shower of flour. Let's put it back together here. And once that's done mixing, okay, what we have next is we have a half a cup of bittersweet chocolate chopped up into pieces. We have half a cup of dried cranberries, and then half a cup of chopped walnuts that we're going to mix in here. All right. Let's scrape that off there. Just get it all blended up. Then we're going to add our chocolate and fold that in. Then our half a cup of dried cranberries. And our half a cup of chopped walnuts. And then just blend it all together in there, fold it in there. And then we're going to get our bundt pan. And we're just going to put it in our bundt pan here. And we are going to cook it at 350 for about 40 minutes until the cake tester or a toothpick inserted in it comes out nice and clean. Let me get it spread out here. Spread it out in the pan nice and even. Okay, so I'm going to throw it in the oven. 350 for about 40 minutes. Then when we'll come back, we'll have it cooling, and then we can decorate it. Okay, we have our cake out of the oven and cooled off. Now we're going to top it. You can either take it and do a combination of some cocoa and powdered sugar and sprinkle on top, but I like chocolate, so I'm going to make a chocolate glaze. We have 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate here, and then I have a cup of cream, heavy cream on the stove that I took to boiling, so we're going to pour that in there. Let that sit for a second. Then we're just going to start stirring that up. Get our chocolate melted. We got our dogs barking. Joys of cooking at home. Make sure you stir it really good, get all the chocolate melted. And let's see. I'm gonna let that cool off a second. While I let that cool off again, the book I'm using is Jacques Torrance's A Year in Chocolate. What they do is they have 80 recipes for holidays and special occasions. It goes by the month and then by the holidays. Again, I got this. We didn't have this in our library system. We have a lot of really good cookbooks in our library system, but we also borrow from all over the state of Michigan through Melcat. So you just go on our website, and if you can search, so if we don't have it, there's probably a library somewhere that will lend it to us. So we got that there, and this one came from Ann Arbor. So now I'm going to just drizzle some chocolate over the top of this. Let it run down the sides there a little bit. And then got that. Oh, the dogs are going crazy. Somebody is walking by the house. So we have the cake here. Kitty. So now, once it sets, you can spread it out a little bit if you want to get it to go down the sides. And there you go. Once it sets a little bit, actually, you know what? We're not going to wait to cut it. We're going to cut it right now so we can see what it looks like. You can let it sit and let the chocolate harden a little bit. But we're going to cut it open and just put it on the, show it over here on the plate a little bit. Oh, then we got our plate. Put it on there, and there you go. Pumpkin chocolate cake. It's not for you, not for you. Got the little dog there waiting to try to eat my cake. Okay, there you go. Thank you for joining us today. Again, it's pumpkin chocolate cake. It's from the book by Jacques Torres's A Year in Chocolate. And we'll see you next time. What are you doing?